Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda and welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. I hope you guys can see how committed I am to you. What is the time? It is 12:15 a.m. East Coast time. My family is asleep. I'm in my home office studio making this video for you guys. Listen, it's 12:15 at night. I'm the kind of guy that goes to bed at like 10:30, and I wake up and I get charged. So it's late. I'm a little sleepy, so I'm gonna do my best to get through this. I'm here for you guys, but I'm gonna start the video by saying this is me sleepy. So be patient, take a deep breath, grab a cup of coffee. I actually have some milk. This is milk. I enjoy my coffee first thing in the morning. For me, by the way, coffee is all about the creamer. I have this Califia Farms almond milk creamer, best thing in the world. And I don't care what brand of coffee I'm drinking, I enjoy that creamer. But now I'm drinking a glass of milk like a good old boy. I'm going to get through this now. I'm not going to go over the stimulus check and the unemployment benefit provisions because I've already done that earlier on our channel. So definitely, if you have questions about the size of the stimulus check, the unemployment benefits, who gets the unemployment benefits, what's included, what's not included, that was all covered in detail in previous videos on our channel. Okay, so please go through the previous videos because I'm not going to be repeating some of that information here. I will not repeat that information here because you can go back and see that. But in this video, I'm going to give you some interesting information that you'll probably not get elsewhere. Information that others either don't realize, or information that no one is astute enough to report to you. So I'm going to give you some different information here, and when you listen to this, you'll be like, what? So let's just jump right in, everybody. Here we go. All right, so the this was passed, this $900 billion stimulus package, along with a $1.5 trillion government funding package, was passed in Congress. In other words, it went through the House and through the Senate. Now, here's what's interesting. In the Senate, the vote was, as per Paul Kane, who's a Washington Post congressional reporter, it was 92 for and 6 against. So it was 92 for and 6 against. So 6 senators voted against the $900 billion package. Now, in case you're wondering, who are the 6 senators? Okay, the 6 senators who voted against this package are Senator Marsha Blackburn, Republican from Tennessee; Senator Ted Cruz, Republican from Texas; Senator Ron Johnson, Republican from Wisconsin; Senator Mike Lee, Republican from Utah; Senator Rand Paul, Republican from Kentucky; and Senator Rick Scott, Republican from Florida. These are the 6 Republicans who voted no. There was one Democrat who voted no. And in case you folks are wondering who that Democrat is, okay, it is Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard is a Democrat who voted no, and Tulsi Gabbard is the senator from Hawaii. So she voted no. So there are 7 senators who voted no for this bill. So it was 92 for and 7 against. So let's start with that. Now, information as far as what was included, what was not included. I just want to make sure that our viewers and subscribers know. Let's see. $300 per week in unemployment insurance. Again, I covered that in detail on a previous channel. $600 per person checks. $284 billion in Paycheck Protection Program money, everybody. $82 billion for schools, $27 billion for transit, $25 billion for rental and eviction moratorium, $13 billion for hunger, vaccine distribution money, billing legislation, $10 billion for healthcare. A lot of super interesting things. The things that did not make it: retroactive unemployment insurance, gone. Unemployment of $600 per week for the spring and the summer. In other words, did we receive any booster for August, September, October, November, December? Nope. I mean, there was a lost wages assistance program, if you want to call that a booster. No checks for immigrants, no checks for adult dependents. Direct aid for state and local governments not discussed. That's something that they live to fight another day. Excuse me. I get these allergies sometimes at night. Democrats had asked for $1 trillion, everybody, in state and local aid, and that is something that was not done. The liability shield that the Republicans wanted was not done. Hazard pay for essential workers was not done. So these were the things that were not done. Okay, now I want to give you folks some specific information about what actually made it into the bill. So let me give you folks some specifics. Okay, this bill, by the way, was 5,990. Excuse me, 5,593 pages, and it included tax, energy, and national security provisions. So, guys, there was a ton of information that was in this. It did include aid for small businesses as well. Now, let's get into some of the super interesting things that you probably won't hear in the news. Okay, so first of all, this includes, let's see, $15 billion in aid for airlines, $14 billion for public transit, $13 billion for food stamp benefits, $13 billion in aid to farmers and teachers, $10 billion for childcare. So they tried to sort of cast a wide net, if you will. Now let's be clear about the direct payments really quick. $600 in checks to individuals and $600 per child. These payments get phased out as individuals make more than $75,000 and couples make more than $150,000. And the money will start to arrive next week, as per the U.S. Trade Secretary Stephen Mnuchin. And progressive Democrats have actually started calling these survival checks. Pretty interesting. Federal unemployment benefits will be extended for 10 weeks through mid-March. So, guys, I haven't looked at the calendar, but if someone can look at the calendar right now and tell me how many weeks we actually have from December 26th all the way through March 14th. If somebody could look at that, look at the calendar and tell me. I've been like non-stop all day, so I haven't had a chance to, look at a calendar and then map that out. Is it actually 10 weeks or 11 weeks from the 26th of December, right? From the I believe it's the 27th of December, all the way through to March 14th. If someone can really quickly, I mean, if you guys want, I can do it. But March 14th is a Sunday, and the 27th of December is a Sunday. It is this Sunday. You know what? I'll do it right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do it now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that is 11 weeks actually. Okay. All right. So I did it. I did it on the fly right now for you folks. It's actually 11 weeks. So it'll be extended for 11 weeks, which is a good thing. And this is similar to the $600 a week. PEUA extended, PEUC extended. I did cover that. Now, this is something different, guys. You're not going to see this reported elsewhere. I just want to be clear. Stimulus payments, okay, the stimulus check and PPP loans, okay, are not subject to federal income taxes. Actually, the PPP loans are tax deductible. Okay, now let me give you an example. Let's say if a company receives $20,000 in PPP money, they receive that money from the government. They use that money to, buy stuff, pay their employees. Now that's tax deductible for them. Now, if someone is in the 30-40% federal income tax bracket, you spend $20,000 and you deduct all of it, which means you save $7,000 or $8,000 in federal income tax. Okay, now here's what's super interesting. If someone gets a stimulus check, okay, the stimulus check, I just want to be very clear, the stimulus check is not subject to federal income tax. The Paycheck Protection Program money is not only not subject to federal income tax, but it is also tax deductible. All right? Now, what do you think happens with the unemployment benefits? Subject to federal income tax. Are you starting to see what others don't explain? I'm going to repeat this one more time. Stimulus checks are not subject to federal income tax. Number one. Number two, the Paycheck Protection Program money is not only not subject to federal income tax. It is actually tax deductible. It is a government giving the businesses money, and then when the businesses spend that money, they can claim that as a deduction, thereby paying less federal income taxes, which is essentially a type of double dipping. Now, you're thinking, oh, they made a mistake. Nope, nope, they don't make mistakes. This was done to try and get businesses to start pumping money back into the economy. And this was done, whether you agree with it or not, is a whole different matter. I'm the messenger, I'm reporting the news to you. But those who receive unemployment benefits, the most vulnerable amongst us, the, the ones who need help the most, those unemployment benefits are taxable. All right? So, fact. All right, let's move on. Unemployment insurance recipients must pay income taxes on their jobless benefits. Many states do not automatically withhold taxes when they distribute these payments. So recipients will most likely owe these taxes when they file their tax returns next spring. So folks, you guys got to know that, okay? This includes $284 billion in Paycheck Protection Program money. And this program, the loans to individuals with fewer than 500 employees can be fully forgiven if companies keep people on their payroll. The legislation clarifies that business owners can indeed write off expenses paid for with forgiven PPP loans, giving small companies a tax break that could amount to more than $100 billion. Now, I'm not commenting on whether this is fair or not. I'm simply telling you what is in the provisions of the law. The legislation would actually override an IRS decision that said that businesses cannot claim deductions such as rent and wages paid with the tax-free PPP money. Think about this. Those who get the PPP loan get free money from the government and then get to deduct that as an expense, thereby reducing their federal income taxes. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. Now, this also includes $15 billion to reinstate payroll reimbursements to airlines, which expired 2 months ago, as well as $1 billion for airline contractors. So basically, airlines get $15 billion, but they must start putting people back on their payroll. That's there as well. Now, tax breaks. This contains one of the pet projects of President Trump, a business meals deduction, what Chuck Schumer called the 3 martinis deduction. Now, according to the president and presumably his advisors, this will encourage people, people to go back to restaurants. Guys, look, I can speak for myself. I ain't going to any restaurant, number one. Number two, yeah, I order a ton of takeout, but it's for home. It's for my family. So, it's on my personal credit card. I don't see myself doing a Zoom meeting and saying, oh, I'm going to send you a steak and a martini, and I'm going to get a steak and a martini I haven't done that. I have no intention of doing that, but I personally don't see how 100% business tax deduction for meals for businesses in the near future is going to make a difference. But that's just me, all right? I mean, what do I know? So, sarcasm, guys, sarcasm at 12:30 at night from a 42-year-old Indian guy on YouTube. I'm trying to be funny while not falling asleep. Am I doing okay? How do you think I'm doing so far? Am I doing okay? All right. So it also includes a renewal of the employee retention tax credit for businesses to keep workers on their payroll. So, guys, you can start to see that there's a lot of focus on businesses because a lot of Republican senators got what they wanted with this. So the break gives companies an additional incentive to keep people employed, as many firms are going to face revenue shortfalls, but ran out of PPP money. So there's that as well. There's information on the earned income tax credit. Now, let's get to things that can help our fellow Americans. It contains $25 billion for emergency rental assistance, and it extends the CARES Act eviction moratorium until the 31st of January. Just a month or so. It includes $7 billion in spending on broadband internet, including $3.2 billion to help poor households pay for the service, and $1.9 billion to boost security. So that was interesting. There's money for virus testing, tracing, vaccine development, and distribution, and $82 billion for education funding, as well as $10 billion to support childcare providers, $15 billion for entertainment venues, and $13 billion for nutrition assistance. So the bill would also convert a $10 billion loan to the United States Postal Service into a grant, which means the Postal Service has said, hey, keep it. Guys, now, by the way, I know that, this is a lot of money. This is all going to have to be paid back, folks. This is all going to have to be paid back, whether it's through your income taxes, my income taxes, or our children's income taxes. This is going to have to be paid back. I just want to be as clear as I can about that. There are some non pandemic measures, everybody. A last minute deal. I believe kept $12.5 billion for Veterans Affairs, health funding under the total budget spending cap. It includes $1.4 trillion in appropriations, $1.4 billion for border wall construction and related spending. President Trump wanted $2 billion. It includes a bunch of other things that are not really related to the pandemic. So it includes everything from a bill creating Smithsonian museums dedicated to women's history and the American Latino to technical corrections to the US Mexico Canada trade agreement. So there's a lot of ancillary stuff in here that was included. Information on surprise medical billing. Yeah, really. So the bill includes a reauthorization of the Water Resources Development Act that deals with water-related infrastructure. So they really got a lot of bleep done, and this is a pretty massive bill. Now, this legislation allows the secretaries of the Homeland Security and Labor to increase certain types of visas, H-2B visas for workers in meatpacking, landscaping, and construction. Now, in case you're wondering what an H-2B visa is, it's basically a temporary worker visa. The H-2B visa fills jobs that do not require much formal education. Okay, H-2B workers perform temporary jobs in a variety of fields, including landscaping, meat and seafood processing, and construction. So I guess my interpretation is that we need more individuals in meatpacking, individuals from overseas countries. That's why there's a provision to increase the number of H-2B visas. Yes. So when you when you when you have a dinner conversation with somebody over the next few days, just say, "Did you know that we need more people for meatpacking, landscaping, and construction?" And therefore, that was part of the emergency bill that resulted in stimulus checks. Because after all, we need to eat our meat, we need to have our lawns mowed, and we need to build new houses. Guys, I'm not making this stuff up. Some of the stuff that Congress does, I can't even make it up if I tried. My imagination is not that vivid. It is not that vivid. Do not give me that much credit. I'm actually telling you what's in this bill. This would give civilian federal workers a 1% raise, as well as a 3% raise for the military, but no pay increase for the lawmakers who will be voting for the final bill. Okay, so our lawmakers who voted for the final bill will not be getting a raise, but there will be a 1% raise for civil federal workers, and a 3% raise for the military. So those are some key provisions, folks, in the bill so far. Now, again, I want to be clear: the Senate has passed the bill, the House has passed the bill. Okay, and this bill is more than $2.3 trillion. Okay, and this is the second largest economic relief measure in US history, after the CARES Act that was passed in March. So this is a pretty big bill, everybody. Here's a comment from Mark Zandi of Moody's Analytics. The latest fiscal rescue package will add approximately 1.5 percentage points to annualized real GDP growth. I'll tell you what that means in a second. In the first quarter of 2021, and close to 2.5 points to calendar growth 2021. If lawmakers had not come through, the economy would probably have suffered a double dip recession in 2021. The bottom line is, guys, adding this money into the economy will help our economy grow. Why? Because when you get the $600 stimulus check, I don't think you're going to put it under your pillow. You're going to spend it because you're going to buy food, you're going to pay rent, you're going to keep the lights on, you're probably going to try and catch up with all your bills. I'm pretty sure a family of four who gets these stimulus checks, who does not need the money, will go and buy a couple of iPhones. Hey, do that. I own Apple stock. I own lots of Apple stock. Guys, I'm trying to add a moment of levity to this, but this money goes back into the economy, which by the way leads me to a point that they should not have waited this long. This money, if this money had been given to us 3 months, 4 months, 6 months ago, it would have already helped the economy recover by now. We are where we are because of political gridlock. We are where we are because of egos. We are where we are because of games. We are where we are because very few people put country before politics. You know that, I know that, right? So I talked about the unemployment benefits. This includes money for transportation, like I mentioned, $15 billion for airlines. And by the way, this whole relief plan is attached to a $1.4 trillion bill that will continue to fund the federal government through September of 2021. So it will continue again to fund the government through September of 2021. So there is quite a bit of money in there to make sure the government continues to run. Again, $1.4 billion for the president's border wall and related spending. Although, here's something interesting. Bloomberg reported that the incoming Biden administration could stop construction on the border wall. Let's see what they do. There are a bunch of tax breaks, guys, in this new bill. Bunch of tax breaks for alcohol, renewable energy industries, a law to curb surprise medical bills, a water infrastructure measure, like I said, and an intelligence agency policy bill. And the president is expected to sign this. And in fact, let me see by the time I finish this video, if the president has already signed it. Now the stakes are high, guys, because the Senate runoff races in Georgia are going to determine a lot. And this is what House Speaker Pelosi said. When she talked about the Senate runoff races, she says, "I think we are going to have a much easier time than we had with a Republican president and a Republican Senate." This is, we have a Democratic president elect. Will we also have a Democratic Senate? I guess we'll find out. Ask me again in 2 weeks. So we'll know in 2 weeks. Now, keep in mind, if Democrats do defeat the two Republican incumbents in Georgia, Senator David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler, the Senate would be split 50-50 between Democrats and Republicans, and Vice President elect Kamala Harris would cast the tie-breaking vote. And House Speaker Pelosi is indeed working with a narrower majority. So, guys, as far as the specifics are concerned, again, I want to be clear. At 11:42 p.m. East Coast time, just over an hour ago, about 2 hours after the House passed the 5,593 page bill, it was passed in the Senate. Some reports were 91-7, but we received reports afterwards suggesting it was 92-4, 7 senators against. And at the start of this video, I highlighted which senators voted against it. And so keep in mind that the Vice President-elect, here's something interesting. Vice President-elect Kamala Harris is still technically a senator from California. So she voted on the bill. She voted on the bill. Now, she was one of the 92 senators who voted for the bill. And House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said, yes, there is more work to do and it will cost some money, but it will protect jobs. And most importantly, it will meet the needs of the American people to crush this virus and to do so in a way that brings us all into the future in a very safe way. So those are comments from House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. And the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell had said earlier today that lawmakers were going to stay here until we finish tonight. So they did that. They did that. The House did their job. They passed it. The Senate did their job. They passed it 92-4, 7 against. And, I've given you folks a detailed breakdown. Like I said, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, by the way, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin called the package fabulous. And he said it should see the United States through to the other side of the economic recovery. Let me know if you think this package is fabulous. Not my word, the words of the U.S. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin. And President-elect Biden said in a statement in the past 24 hours that this action in the lame duck session is just the beginning. Our work is far from over. So that was interesting. U.S. Secretary Steve Mnuchin said the direct payments get into the economy very quickly. This is a large bill and it has a little bit of everything for everybody. I did cover comments from Senator Pat Toomey, who's a Republican from Pennsylvania, who had opposed another round of stimulus payments. And he had actually said that many Americans have not lost their jobs during the pandemic, but will still receive the government assistance. So that was that was interesting. I am expecting the stock market to start to rise now with this new news of the stimulus, and gradually on our channel I'm going to be covering more news related to investing. The reason I started this channel was to help you make more money, save and invest money, because this is not just a stimulus updates channel. This is a channel that's designed to give you information on making money, saving money, on achieving financial freedom, just like I did. So I'll be getting into that. So we'll be talking about that as well. But I believe those are the highlights, everybody. The If you have any specific questions, please type them out into the comment section below. I want you to know that I greatly appreciate you. And I just want to be clear that now that this has been passed, here's a comment from President-elect Joe Biden. I applaud this relief package, but our work is far from over. Starting in the new year, Congress will need to immediately get to work on support for our COVID-19 plan, which means President-elect Joe Biden is saying, hey guys, that was just a warm up. We're going to do more. We have to do more. That is what President-elect Joe Biden is saying. And if he gets control of the Senate, if the Democrats get control of the Senate, there will be a third round of stimulus, a third stimulus check. You heard it here first, a third stimulus check. If this becomes a trending word on YouTube, please remember you heard it first on Ignition Time. Those are my brief attempts at humor at this time. But President-elect Biden said, my message to everyone out there struggling right now, help is on the way. So that is it, everybody. That was my message. Now keep in mind that there are a lot of channels that will give you information on what is exactly in the bill. My goal is to give you information that is essentially behind the scenes. So I try to give you some behind the scenes information about what benefits are there, which industries got benefits, what's tax deductible, what's not, and some surprises about what is potentially in store for us. So that's it, everybody. I appreciate you all. I'm grateful for you taking the time to watch this video late into the night with me. And I'm hoping that this was beneficial for you all. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. I'm going to quickly share some information about our channel and how you can get subscribed to our channel, and then we'll see you very soon. Okay, I appreciate you all. And guys, this channel will include a lot of cutting edge information about matters important to the country, matters important to the economy, and matters that are relevant to your money. So if you want to make more money, if you want to save more money, and if you want to invest more money, click subscribe below. This channel will teach you how to get to the next level financially. This channel will teach you how to be successful, and you're going to get some incredible content on this channel. So please make sure you click subscribe, you enable notifications, and you're going to get some unbelievable content pertaining to what happens in the world around us, because I'm going to simplify it for you and give you the real news. No nonsense. I'll give you the truth wherever the truth might lead us. I appreciate you all, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all soon. Okay, I'll play a quick. I'll quickly emphasize some of the ways you can get in touch with us, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Take care. Let's see. I'm going to do this. Just a moment. Just a moment, everybody. That's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. I really appreciate you watching. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. We release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. That's 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. So please make sure you click like, you subscribe, you enable notifications. I would really appreciate that. Ignite the subscribe button, ignite that notification button, because the name of our channel is Ignition Time. I would really appreciate it if you take the time to do that. Now keep in mind, the Ignition Time channel is about important matters pertaining to the country, important matters that in turn affect the economy, and by extension matters that affect your money. We focus on the country, the economy, and the money. For me, it's not important whether you're pro Trump or anti Trump, you're pro Biden or anti Biden. For me, it's not about the red or the blue, it's about the red, white, and blue. We are not Democrats, we are not Republicans, we are Americans first. And that is the philosophy of our channel. I want you to know that you're greatly appreciated. If you want to get on our SMS alerts list, you can do so. You'll get breaking news and alerts. You'll get important information that will help you make more money, save more money, and invest money successfully. We'll notify you if we ever release any coaching programs. And if you want, you can opt out of the SMSs at any point in time that you want. To get on our SMS list, simply get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or the word time, either ignition or time, because the name of our channel is Ignition Time, and send that text message to 70,000. That's 70000. You'll get added to our SMS alerts list going forward. Now, if you want, you can also get added to our email list. Our email list, to get added to our email list, simply go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts. And at any point in time, you can opt out of the emails pretty much anytime you want. So no worries about that. Now, you can also follow us on Instagram. We release exclusive news and content specifically for our Instagram community. Simply follow us at ignition_time. That is our Instagram handle. So follow us on Instagram. Also, you can follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is also ignition_time, so make sure to follow us on Twitter. One of the things that I am personally very proud of is our community. Our community is very intelligent, it's bipartisan, it's respectful. We engage in healthy, respectful debates. So please feel free to comment below and engage in a healthy, respectful, fun debate with other members of our community. You might even make some new friends. We'll always include the link to all of our resources in the description section below. Again, you'll always find that so you can dig deeper into any of the content. Finally, please click like. Please subscribe, please enable notifications. That really, really, really helps out the YouTube algorithm. And that is your vote of confidence in us for all the effort that goes into, these videos, all the effort that we put into the creation of the content, the professional video production quality, and the release of these videos in a consistent manner to give you the latest news, to give you news you can depend on. My philosophy is to share the truth with you, wherever it might lead us. And also, all I ask is you please share this video with 2 friends, just 2 friends or family members. In fact, just click the share button below and share this video with 2 friends or family members. That would mean a lot to us. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
The world around me makes me question my stability, my sense of calm, my balance, my agreeability. There are many lessons in this life I wish I knew. I've lived more than half my life, I still have no clue. Some things I'm not so sure, others I know to be true. Every day is also beautiful, a chance to learn something new. I'm ready for anything that life throws my way. The many scars of my life, they have a lot to say. Life is never black and white. It's got loads and loads and loads of gray, 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 gray. Through the good times and the bad, I've never doubted my capability. The one thing I know in my life, it's that anything is a possibility. Life can be like a dance, fog, often with zero visibility. I'll always run right into the storm with all my agility. Every day of my life, I fight with every bit of intensity. I'm ready for anything with all my strength and my humility. The world around me makes me question my stability, my sense of calm.